Imagine feeling lighter, sharper, and more energized in your 50s, 60s, and beyond, all by eating just one hearty meal a day and enjoying a comforting glass of milk. Thousands have already embraced this change, and the results are extraordinary. Are you ready to take the first step toward a healthier, more vibrant you? If so, watch till the end and tap subscribe to stay updated on practical health stories and real journeys that spark lasting change. For years, 54-year-old Danica Rivera struggled with her weight, sluggish mornings, and persistent aches, the kinds of issues millions face as the decades tick by. Doctors prescribed pills for her rising blood sugar and recommended endless small meals, but the scale stayed stuck and her energy waned. It was only after stumbling on a decades-old photo of her grandmother, trim, strong, and holding a single bowl of hearty stew, that Danica wondered, could eating less and simpler really be the key? A late-night internet search led her to powerful testimonials and scientific studies about OM80, one meal a day, now gaining popularity for its effects on longevity, weight, and cognitive sharpness, especially among those over 50. What if this radical approach could give her more life? Not just more years. Rewinding to blue zones, eating less, living more. Danica's curiosity took her deep into the routines of people from the world's so-called blue zones, regions where people routinely live active, fulfilling lives well into their 90s and 100s. These communities, from the mountains of Sardinia to the gardens of Okinawa, were united by more than just genetics. At the heart of their health secrets? Simplicity. Most centenarians ate just two modest meals, sometimes only one main meal, comprised of plant foods and a daily helping of fresh dairy or goat's milk. It struck Danica that her grandmother, who lived in 97, rarely snacked. Her daily staple was a nourishing bowl of soup with beans, grains, and leafy greens, followed by a mug of warm milk before bed. OMAD's benefits go far beyond calorie reduction. When older adults fast between meals, their bodies enter a state called autophagy, a spring cleaning at the cellular level. This process helps clear out damaged cells and rejuvenate aging tissues, supporting memory, movement, and resilience to disease. Research shows that individuals following OM80 routines tend to have steadier blood sugar, fewer inflammatory markers, and reduced risk of type 2 diabetes compared to those eating multiple daily snacks. Furthermore, OMAD eaters regularly report vanishing joint pain, improved sleep quality, and a clarity they hadn't felt since youth, all critical for anyone over 50. But what about milk? For older adults, maintaining bone strength and deep, restorative sleep becomes a challenge. One 8-ounce glass of milk provides over 300 milligrams of calcium, fuel for strong bones, and essential amino acids to protect against muscle loss. Milk also contains tryptophan, which is converted into serotonin and melatonin, helping older adults relax and drift into sound sleep each night. Danica isn't alone. Across forums, social media groups, and medical practices, stories abound. 63-year-old Roger shares how switching to OM80 with a tall glass of milk let him drop 30 pounds in 4 months, reverse his prediabetes, and return to fishing with friends on weekends. Maria, 58, describes how her nightly ritual of warm milk and a single nutrient-packed dinner tamed her joint pain, melted away insomnia, and helped her reconnect at family dinners without obsessing over food rules. Even professional athletes in their 50s, like vegan powerlifter Craig Miller, credit OM80 with plant-based milk for sharper recovery, better focus, and unexpected gains in stamina. Success with OM80, especially for bodies over 50, requires thoughtful food choices. Experts recommend every meal be nutrient-dense, featuring high-quality proteins, grilled salmon, lean poultry, eggs, or beans' healthy fats, avocado, extra virgin olive oil, walnuts, colorful veggies, and leafy greens for vital vitamins and minerals, a serving of whole grains, or root vegetables for stable energy, a tall glass of milk as the finishing touch, adding protein, calcium, and comfort. This structure helps meet the body's needs for muscle preservation and immune support, reducing the risk of malnutrition. A vital goal as digestion and absorption become less efficient with age. Recent studies confirm what centuries-old traditions observed. OMAD can boost insulin sensitivity, lowering the risk of type 2 diabetes, a growing concern for adults over 50. Trigger autophagy, which clears damaged cells and may reduce cognitive decline and cancer risk with aging. Support healthy weight loss, as eating fewer hours a day usually means fewer overall calories. However, the focus should remain on nutrient quality, not just restriction. Encourage better blood pressure, cholesterol levels, and cardiovascular profiles when whole foods are emphasized over processed snacks. Yet, OM80 isn't universally recommended. Doctors urge those with chronic illness, taking multiple medications, or with a history of disordered eating to check with a healthcare provider before adopting such a regimen. No solution is perfect. While OM80 has proven transformative for many, risks must be respected, especially in older adults. Some people may experience increased hunger, crankiness, or social isolation when consuming only one meal, especially if that meal is not balanced or shared with others. There's potential for nutrient deficiencies if meals are poorly constructed, especially in protein, fiber, calcium, iron, and vitamins B12 and D, nutrients vital for healthy aging. Skipping meals may raise cholesterol or strain the heart in some individuals, particularly those with a predisposition to heart disease or metabolic challenges. Certain medications require food for proper absorption and may not fit a narrow eating window. Senior adults should consult with their doctor to adjust medication timing if needed. Thankfully, most of these risks are avoidable through meal planning, monitoring energy and mood, and listening to the body signals. 6 months after her first experiment, Danica marvels at the mirror, a slimmer waist, stronger muscles, and a newly radiant face. Her evenings are filled with laughter at book clubs and Sunday suppers. Her single daily meal, often a quinoa salad with salmon, and steamed kale, concluded with milk or homemade yogurt, gives her satisfaction and peace. She's become a champion for the OM80 movement in her hometown, starting an online group for peers to share recipes, support, and the challenges of this new path, always encouraging them to start slow, savor every bite, and let health become simple again. Will you accept the challenge? The best health journeys start with a single step. Could OM80 plus milk be yours? If this story inspired you, subscribe for more, leave a comment with your own questions or experiences, and share with a friend who's ready for a fresh start. Remember, true strength is found not in restriction, but in wise choices, and sometimes that means enjoying more with less. Practical tips for getting started. Begin with a compressed eating window, 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. To ease into longer fasts, build your one meal around high-protein, high-fiber foods. Hydrate throughout the day, water, herbal teas, black coffee. Enjoy a glass of milk with or after your meal to support bones and sleep. Track your energy, mood, and weight as you adapt. Join online or local OM80 groups for inspiration and accountability. Eating one meal a day and savoring a daily glass of milk offers a blend of ancient wisdom and modern science, especially for adults over 50 seeking more vitality, clearer minds, and lasting independence. Like Danica, you have the power to rewrite your story, one simple meal at a time. Will you begin today?